Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to countersink screws. If you work with wood and you build furniture and you want it to look nice, you want your screw head to be hid. Or if you're building a workbench or anything that you don't want the unsightly screw head showing, I'm going to show you how to eliminate that problem. You can do this several different ways with several different tools. You don't have to have a drill press. It just makes it easier. And you can do it on a hand drill. Sometimes if you got a big piece of furniture or you're working where you don't have access to a drill press, you don't have any choice. This is a countersink for number 8 wood screw. You can look on it and it should have on the body of it, it should tell what size screw it is. You've got a screw right here that's got an 1/8 inch drill bit in it that holds the bit. You can change the length of the bit depending on the length of your screw. And like I say, I got this set up for number 8 wood screw, and this is a drywall screw, of course, drywall screw. You can look on this countersink bit. You've got a cutter, and then right here on this slope part, that's your countersink part. This part, the cutter part, will cut your shoulder. This part will cut your countersink head. And like I say, if you don't have one of these, you can take a regular drill bit, drill your pilot hole first. Then you can come back with just a regular countersink. It's got a cutter on it, it's sloped. And like I say, that will match the slope on the inside of your screw. What you want to do first off, you got to get a drill bit the size of your screw head. And that's usually somewhere around 1/4 inch. I've got a 1/4 inch bit here that drills a flat hole. I've got a worm drive bit. It's got a pilot point on it. You can see the point. That'll keep the bit going straight. And these are very accurate bits, both of these, because you've got pilot points on them. You can have a pinpoint on your wood and put that little point on it and be very accurate. And you can see a regular drill bit only has just a point. They're okay for certain things. This is more or less a metal bit, but I mean, I've used them on wood, didn't have any trouble with them. They work fine. Now what you want to do, you want to come in here and drill you a hole about 1/4 inch deeper than the top of your screw when it's in your wood. That's how deep you want your screw in your wood. Now I drilled my hole about 1/4 inch deep. You can see in the center of the hole the little brad point center that it made. What you want to do now, change over to your 1/8 inch bit. And drill in the center of your little hole. That's your center point you got there. And when you get done, you've got a countersink screw out of your way. You don't have to go that deep. You can just countersink it just a little bit beyond the surface of your wood, depending on what you want to do. But if you want to finish this where you don't see your screw hole and your head of your screw, I'm going to show you one more step. You can come in here and buy dowel rods at the same size, whatever screw hole you've got, and glue a dowel rod in there and just cut it off and sand it. That'll be fine. But then if you do that, you're going to have flat grain with end grain, because you're going to be cutting your dowel rods off. That's going to be a no-no if you're making furniture. So what I like to do, I'll take the same piece of wood that I've got, get on the other end, get a, you know, if it's pine, poplar, oak, use the same kind of wood. They make plug cutters, all different sizes for different size screws. And these you almost have to use with a drill press. It's very hard to use with a hand drill. And like I say, the reason they're hard to drill with a hand drill, you've got no center point to guide the plug cutter. There's nothing to guide it. Now what you want to do, you want to come in here and drill your hole. And you can see that made a plug. That should be the same size as my screw hole. You can run this through a saw if you're making several of them, and they'll pop right out of there. I like to do, I'll come in here with a small screwdriver. You can pop them right out. And like you say, what you end up with is this plug is tapered. It's smaller on the one side than it is the other. The top's smaller, the bottom's bigger. What you want to do if you're working with oak and stuff, you can see the grain of this pine runs lengthwise of it. You want to find the grain of your wood. I've got that marked with a pencil. And what you want to do, don't turn the grain sideways. You want to make sure you keep the grain of your plug matching the grain of your wood. It just makes a better finish. And like I say, once you get that in there and get it glued, get it sanded down, they almost become invisible. Real good way to plug something. Now I'm going to show you how to use the countersink. It's got all those steps that I just showed you in one convenient step right here. So what you want to do on this is come in here, where you're going to drill it. That cuts your center screw hole. That's got your tapered on your shoulders of your screw, and it cuts your head diameter out so you can countersink it. Like I say, run your screw in. And like I say, once you plug that, like I say, keep your grain going the same direction. And like I say, once you glue that in, let it dry, take a sander and sand it down smooth, you'll never know there's a screw in there. Man, that's a good way to make something look better that's got screws in it that you're building with. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching.